1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 20 minutes after 11 o'clock, I forgot to put music. I wanted to put piano music in there, and I know you know why. So if I was Superman, Robin, if you know what I would do if I was Superman? I wouldn't want anybody to know. This is explaining why Clark Kent, was the second name for Superman, right? Mm-hmm. And then what I would do is, like, when I went to a family gathering and the kids were showing me how strong they were and how they could bend pipes and things like that, I would say, oh, let me try that, and then I would blow them away. See. The same thing would be true if I was a concert pianist. If I could play like our next guest, Thomas Nickell, I wouldn't let anybody know I could do this. You see, I would. I mean, certain people would know, but family wouldn't know. And then I'd go to like a family gathering, and the kids were learning piano. I'm learning piano. Mm-hmm. I'm learning piano, Uncle Larry. Oh, let me hear what you do. And then let me see if I can try that. Show me how to do it. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, you blow them away. You just show them. Thomas Nickell is on the phone. Cool. If you're looking at the streaming video, I put a photograph of Thomas. Handsome young guy. It says he's 18 years old. Wow. He's going to be at Carnegie Hall this coming Sunday. Am I right?
Yep.
And he's playing with the Orchestra of the Swan. Let's find out about this. Good morning, Thomas. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Do you let the kids in your family know that you're really good at piano?
Well, most of them already know about that, but
they all know. You've got a reputation everywhere you go, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Where are you? Where are you right now?
Oh, I'm in New York City.
Oh, okay. And do you live there? Where do you live?
Yes, I've lived in New York actually my whole life.
Oh, okay. And the joke is, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. I'm guessing you've heard that a million times. And have you ever played Carnegie Hall before?
I have actually. I've played there for smaller performances, like kind of master class performances and smaller competitions and that sort of thing. But this is my first solo debut.
It is not that difficult. We're in Florida, and it's not that difficult these days to take a day trip to New York. I did it myself, and you just have to hop a flight. It's $100, and you're there. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's too late to get tickets, but I found it real easy. I found the Carnegie Hall calendar, and I found your listing on there very easy. That's where I got the picture from that I'm streaming right now. So can I ask you a little bit about the show that you're doing on Sunday? What is it? What are you doing?
Well, I'm playing, I suppose the centerpiece of the show is actually David Matthews' Piano Concerto, which I played in London and Stratford-upon-Avon last summer. And so this is the U.S. premiere of the piece. It was written in 2012, and it's a really interesting piece.
Are you a composer as well?
Yes, I am.
You are. And are you, how do you showcase your own work when you have, I mean, do you make those choices of what you play, or do you answer to somebody else?
No, I choose what I play, fortunately.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Mm-hmm. Are there any, for the piano players, can you talk to them a little bit? Is there anything challenging about this? You can talk over our heads if you need to. I mean, what kind of challenges did you, as a pianist, what kind of challenges did you face with this particular piece?
Well, I mean, it's actually a pretty demanding piece technically. It's there are lots of extremely fast passages that are. I mean, it takes a lot of time to work out, which way your fingers are going to be moving and which finger. So, I mean, that's one thing. But the piece is very stylistically diverse, which is, I mean, between movements, that's something you have to keep in mind.
So when we watch as spectators, as an audience, we have to appreciate how much time is in that. You've invested a lot of time in this. Yeah.
I've been working on this piece for probably almost a year now.
Wow! And not only do you have to memorize the piece the way it is written, then finally when you get it down, you must put your own personal inflections in it to make it as emotional as it is.
Yes, that's true. And I actually leave a lot of that. I play the piece a lot in rehearsal, and I think about my interpretation a lot. But in the performance, I like to I like to make each one different. So I try to do something different and do something spontaneous in each performance.
Really? And give us an example of what you might do spontaneously, like change the key or throw in a different bridge or something? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't do that to the orchestra.
Yeah, that would be difficult with an orchestra.
But I might play something a little bit lighter than in another performance, or I might play something maybe a little softer or a little louder, and try to make things a little bit more surprising, or something like that.
I find it interesting that you also like musicians like Bjork.
Yes, yeah. Bjork, I think she's such a fascinating artist. The first time I heard her music, I was just so amazed by all the different sounds she creates and all the unique way she uses her voice. I think it's totally amazing.
Wait a minute. I saw what was the group I saw in Radio City Musical? What was it called again?
Oh,
Sigur Rós.
Yeah, Sigur Rós.
In October. If you like Bjork, you probably like them too, right?
Wait, what's their name?
I might be saying it wrong. Sigur Rós. They're a band from Iceland.
Oh, I don't think I've actually heard of them.
Oh, okay.
You will love them.
The guy plays the guitar with a bow.
Oh my.
It reminded me very much of Bjork when I was sitting. I actually went to it with my son, and it was amazing, really. So, are you touring at all? Will you be in Florida anytime soon?
I don't have any performances scheduled in Florida at the moment, although I hope to at some point in the future.
What are your requirements? Can I ask this? Like, I'm sure you don't, or do you bring your own piano, or do you have do you have your own piano tuner or technician?
No, I play the pianos usually that the hall has, or if they don't have a piano if I play the piano and I don't like it so much, I'll try to have maybe a Steinway or something moved in, and if it's possible, I'll contact Steinway in the area, and if they have a showroom nearby, they'll move a piano in. But besides that, I don't typically have much.
Wow. Wow.
It seems like you're also an historian and a researcher into the composers themselves on the pieces you play.
Yes.
That you really enjoy how they got to write each piece. I find that part fascinating also.
Oh, yeah. I love to learn about the composers, and I've always been someone who likes history, so I try to put that in with my study of each piece of music, and besides just learning the notes, I learn about the composer's lives and maybe what's happening politically at that time and socially, and how that might influence the way the composers are thinking.
Yeah.
I try to place that in a contemporary setting too when I'm performing.
I often wonder that. I wonder if some of these guys, and I wonder if there are a lot of lady composers who just got swept under the rug because they were women, and we were always unfair to women.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that unfortunately, that has happened plenty of times, and like the famous composer Robert Schumann, his wife Clara Schumann was actually a fantastic composer, and in many ways a greater pianist than he was, and performed a lot of his music, but she was absolutely overlooked. I mean, not only because of her husband being much more famous than she was, but I mean,
oh my God,
because of the fact that she was a woman. I mean,
you're talking to a small town right now, but we have in this small town such a wonderful orchestra, and the maestro of the orchestra is named Matthew Wardell. I just have a feeling you would hit it off with him. I hope. Wouldn't it be so cool if he could come down here one day and play? They have a beautiful theater they just built. It's not the Carnegie. It's not Carnegie Hall, but it's our Carnegie Hall. You know, it's in a way.
Of course.
Well, thank you so much for being on the air with us, and good luck with everything you're doing. Is there a website you want to direct us to, Thomas?
Oh, sure. The website is actually just thomasnickell.com.
Okay, and Nickell is Nickell, right?
Yes. So you'll find all information about my performances and anything else you'd like to know about right there.
All right. Good luck with everything, and thank you for being on the air with us today. That was enjoyable. We will be right back.
Well, thank you for having me.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Trump at the CPAC conference in Washington addressing the large group of conservative activists.
I love this place. Love you people.
The president, as a presidential candidate, did not attend last year's conference.
The chairman of the American Conservative Union